Hey, so this is the big guy. We're doing a Redbox review. Yeah, Redbox is still a thing. I rented Venom, directed by Ruben Fleischer, starring Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock, aka Venom, Michelle Williams as the love interest, Anne Weying, W-E-Y-I-N-G, Jenny Slate as Dr. Dora Skirth, and Riz Ahmed as Carlton Drake, and the villain of our movie, Riot. So this is a Venom origin story without Spider-Man. Hey, that's a great idea. Let's do a Venom origin story without the hero that's essential for the villain to exist, and for this character to have all his motivation, and for Eddie Brock to have all his motivation for his hate, which fuels the symbiote. Yeah, that's a great idea. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, everything? Oh man, this movie was bad. Why do people like this movie? Why did this movie get such high scores on the audience side of Rotten Tomatoes? What the heck? I can understand why the critics hated it. I don't understand why people on the audience score liked it, because why they got so tribal about it. It's so bad. So what's happening in this movie is you have this corporation that found these alien symbiotes, and they're trying to bond them with human beings to see if this will help space exploration or something, or help research with alien life and advance human evolution or something. Eddie Brock gets bonded with one of the symbiotes and becomes Venom. And eventually, Riz Ahmed, who is the evil corporate CEO, a very generic corporate CEO, becomes the villain known as Riot. And that's pretty much our terrible movie. Now, when I heard that Sony was going to make this movie, I refused to see this movie in the theater because a principle of the fact that I'm a Spider-Man fan and I wanted a Venom movie to be done right, with Spider-Man getting the black costume first, and then the second movie would be about the black costume coming off of Spider-Man and then going on to Eddie Brock and he becomes Venom. And the reason why that has to happen that way is because the symbiote has to be bonded with Peter Parker first, so we can get a sample of his powers and everything. And when he goes on to Eddie Brock, then the spider sense doesn't work on Venom because it was once on Peter Parker, so the Venom symbiote knows how to deflect the spider sense. The Venom symbiote gets a motivation for its hate and the darkness in it. Eddie Brock gets a motivation for his hatred towards Peter Parker and towards Spider-Man, and that's what also fuels the symbiote. But Spider-Man's not in this, so therefore the motivation is gone. And this movie just feels very generic. Now, Tom Hardy, I think, is doing the best he can with the material that he has. Honestly, though, his character is kind of hard to root for. I mean, he's portrayed in this movie as a loser who is in love with a woman portrayed by Michelle Williams. And in the movie, she doesn't even really show any interest towards him. She is dating somebody else at the time, and then later on, she seems to show some care for him. But it seems to be friendship care mostly. It doesn't seem to be relationship care, or maybe some love for Eddie Brock. But I didn't really feel any chemistry between these two. And Michelle Williams, she's a wonderful actress, but in this movie, she's not that good in this film. Her character, I really couldn't get invested in her that much. Her character felt kind of dull. Or Jenny Slate plays a scientist that works at the corporation where they have the symbiotes. She's all right in the movie. And then we have Riz Ahmed, who is our corporate CEO and also gets bonded to a symbiote, and he becomes the villain known as Riot. Ooh, I never even heard of this villain, but he's supposed to be the setup villain, and then the next movie is going to have Carnage as the antagonist, being played by Woody Harrelson. They show that at the end of the movie as a stinger after credits scene. You know, even the Stan Lee cameo that shows up at the end of this movie doesn't save it. This is a terrible, terrible movie. The effects are awful. The symbiote Venom suit looks so bad, and the scenes where Eddie Brock is not wearing the symbiote, but he's trying to control it looks so stupid. There's like one scene that goes, "Ugh!" That looks so bad. All the scenes where the symbiote is attacking people aren't all that good. And yeah, there's another thing. We're supposed to root for this character, but this character is just as bad as the villain. I mean, it's kind of like the lesser two evils fighting each other. I know Venom is kind of like the lesser evil of the two, but it's very hard to root for this character. I know they're portraying this character as an anti-hero, but it just doesn't work that well. This movie doesn't have an R rating, so any kills that happen in this movie, you really don't feel the impact that much. Really, this is just a bad movie. I really couldn't tell what was going on in a lot of the action scenes because of how bad the effects were, and the camera work really wasn't done very well. So it was so bad. I don't understand why audiences like this movie. Ooh, audiences like it because it's not an MCU movie and we hate Disney. It's like, oh, stop that. That is just stupid. And the idea that maybe the critics don't like this movie, maybe because they're bought off by Disney or something, was just stupid. They're probably using the same reasoning as to why they think the critics don't like the DCU movies, except for Wonder Woman. And now Aquaman, critics seem to like, or at least 60% of the critics seem to like it. But overall, this movie is bad. I'm going to give this movie an F. Yes! I am giving this movie an F because I did not like it at all. And that's all I got to say for Venom.